Hi and welcome to Let's Talk for Real. For those of you who don't know, we're essentially a podcast that talks about real opinions, real issues, and just real fun talk, really. And hosted by myself, Christopher Mattox, and my girlfriend,
Hello.
Hannah Robson. And we're going to crack on with it. I'm going to open up with a funny joke this week. Last week we never done no fun joke, no fun fact. It was just pure Q&A from questions that, well, I'm going to say you guys, but it was basically two people sent. All those questions were from two people, by the way.
But you said they were anonymous.
Anonymous,
and I'm
yeah.
thinking, don't be afraid to give your name, because they were really interesting questions. And I mean,
There were, even Pano said afterwards.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And I did forget, because they did leave a message as well.
Oh,
Just
they
let
did.
me,
Oh, what did the message say?
hold on. It did, Yeah, from Anonymous. Me and my friend watch you at Carnage on the classroom. I think I meant to say in the class. I don't know if they're English or not.
In the classroom, yeah.
When we are bored, lol. I like what you
you're
are doing. I respect that.
Yeah, we'll totally respect that as well.
Just improve on your English. Instead of watching us all the time, maybe focus more on your classes,
Especially if it's an English class, definitely. Maths, forget about it. I mean, maths are too hard.
No, maths you need to focus
Maths,
on.
maybe, yeah.
Maths is involved in everything in life, and you know that, sir.
I mean, I only deal with one type of maths. This is money.
Yeah, there you go, though. It's still maths. It's still
But I'm good at money,
mathematics.
so it's fine.
Right, so I'm going to open up with the funny joke. This one, it's, how do I say, it's not like something I read up and thought, oh, I like this. It's actually one I saw, and you're going to know it once I start talking about it. I'm going to know the brightness so you can't see. Right. A homeless man asked me for 20p, and I said, why? And he said, oh wait, no, sorry, I said why, and I said, what for? He said, food, so I could eat. And I grabbed his hand immediately. I said, yo, listen, you need to go show me where this place is, bruv. I'm going to treat us both to food right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know where that's from, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
Just when we was talking about Britain's Got Talent, yeah, I actually forgot to talk about this guy. This is the guy that made the joke. What was it? Kojo, innit?
Kojo, yeah.
Look him up. Honestly, guys, look him up. He'll probably be on YouTube. He's one of the, I think he's the only gold buzzer I actually like.
Oh, I totally respect. I think he has to win because we've never had a comedian win.
No.
Have we had? No,
No.
we haven't.
No, magicians.
We've always had magicians, dance acts.
And
I mean, the
singers.
same old singers. We want something different this year. We need
A comedian.
a comedian to win BGT.
It'd be so nice. Because I remember the year, I don't know if it was the year before, but remember that other black comedian, the one we saw on,
Last year, wasn't it?
no, but we saw him, what did we see? Oh, no,
Is it America's Got Talent?
no, it's gonna come to me. Give me a second, guys. Apprentice, you're fired.
Apprentice, You're Fired. Oh, yeah, he was on there, and I think good. He's doing something.
He was so funny, man. And he was Amanda's gold buzzer, wasn't he? That year.
I think he was.
Yeah, he was, I remember.
Yeah.
Man, and her gold buzzer this year, my god, it's so crap. But
I just want to. I think it's cringy. I think.
but we are not here to talk about it. As you guys
No.
see, what I am currently wearing is very relevant for our topic. It's Thanos. And we're going to talk about, well, this is all, as you see on the title, it's going to explain most of what we're talking about. It's all superhero based, but mostly Avengers based. And so, yeah, we're going to crack on with it. It's pretty much a review. So what did you think about Endgame?
I think it is really interesting. I think I was slightly lost at the beginning because I was like, okay, I know what kind of happened, but then they suddenly said like, what, 5 years later or something?
Yeah, and it's the first time ever in any Marvel movie within this 10-year or 11-year period that they've said 5 years later. Like, there's never really been a gap like that. It's always like 6 months, a year max, but that's it. And in some reviews I was reading, people were confused. I was like, okay, so what year is it currently in the Avengers?
Yeah, because you know the part one before the end game,
was
that was
like our
present,
year.
yeah, and then they said 5 years later, and they could at least show you what year it is now there. But that's what I kind of missed. So
But yeah, what did you think of it as a whole?
as a whole, I really enjoyed it. I never thought, because before I wasn't really, before I met you, I wasn't really a Marvel person. But now when I started to watch like Spider-Man, Iron Man, what else? Black, those kind of films. I never thought I'd get totally like focused on, because they're really interesting. I mean, I really like them.
Yeah, and same as myself. But would you say you could watch, not necessarily Endgame, but could you watch Infinity War and Endgame without watching all the others?
No, you can. You have to watch them like in order to make sense what's actually going on. Like you told me, I was a bit confused. Like, well, how do you know which order to watch in? And they give you the list of like phase 1, phase 2, and all those different like lists about.
And like I told you, I'm going to acquire the Marvel movie series through means that you guys do not need to know. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, what was it? I think I said Captain America first. Like, just the order I'm going to do it is different, because Captain America, that is how it first was. He's the first Avenger, yeah?
Yeah, who is she?
No, Captain America.
Oh, not Captain Marvel. Sorry, I got confused.
And then I'm going to do Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Just the time period that she comes into it is the 90s.
Okay.
So and I think Captain America was based in the 80s or something like that. So I'm going to do him and then her. Not her just before Endgame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everything will all link up better then. And there's other things as well. I think what I'm going to do is the Guardians Galaxy Part 1 and Part 2 together.
Yeah, good.
So there's like not a gap between the two. So everything will just all link up then. Just so many people. What I was researching is so many people have. Oh no, this is the order. No, this is the order. But there's no set one order of how it should be. But the way I'm gonna do it, I think once we watch it, it will make sense. Captain Marvel. What did you think of that movie?
Captain Marvel.
Oh, it has a lot of controversy around it.
I think that's the only movie that kind of confused me. I remember when we watched it in the cinema, I was just like, sorry, what's going on? Huh? I bet everyone was a bit like, I've been brain frazzled. You know what I mean?
You know what the part that confuses me the most?
Yeah.
What?
When they go, was it when is it when Stark goes back in time? Does he?
Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, Captain
Not
Marvel.
Endgame,
Sorry.
Captain Marvel. It's the cat. The stupid cat. The cat that like eats the.
Oh yeah.
And it's the reason why Fury lost his eye.
Fury lost it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's so stupid, man.
He's like, man, I love you. Let's have this kitty. And then suddenly he's like, he's holding him and he's like, like taking it.
But with me, the only reason I actually like Captain Marvel is because of the Nick Fury and Captain Marvel interactions they have. It's really funny. Because it's, what's his name? Samuel Jackson, man. That guy is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, for me, he makes the movie. And it's got my guy as well from, what's his name? I think it's Nick, no, not Nick Craig. Carlson, something Craig.
Yeah.
The guy from,
Carlson, I think it is.
yeah, no, that's the character's name. I'm trying to think of the actor's name. But, yeah, Director Coulson from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the show I watch. So just to see him on there, I was like, oh, he's finally back on the main screen. He hasn't been back since Avengers 2012, the original one.
Wow.
Because remember, he died and then he got brought back
That's
to
what
life.
kind of surprised me. I thought, oh yeah, I recognise him. Wow, he's back.
Because it's a flashback movie,
Yeah.
essentially.
Oh.
The movie is essentially thinner, you know that. It's thinner before the
Before the
end game. That's essentially what it is. And then a lot of people got annoyed because they was like, oh, well, why is she suddenly turning into a Super Saiyan? How does that add up?
Yeah, I was thinking, I wish I could.
So many anime fans were so pissed. Even me, like,
But then,
I don't understand how she got her power essentially from, you know, one of the Infinity Stones, the Power Stone.
Yeah.
apparently, I forget the story, but there was an engine that had a fraction of that power, yeah?
Yeah, but she was trying to get that engine. No, the engine
Blew up in her face, more or less, and she survived
and she
somehow.
survived, obviously. I think somehow she absorbed the power and she didn't know how or why it happened.
Yeah, but
so everyone was like, what?
But my argument is, yeah, that why is she so powerful just by getting a fraction of that? Like, to me, with Captain Marvel, I think they sort of rushed her character development, and because I liked it. Listen, the only reason I liked it is because of Nick Fury, simple as, and my Marvel Captain Coulson guy. Weren't for that, then the movie will be a flop, in my opinion. But going back onto Endgame was sick. It was just the best Marvel movie they've ever made by far. You don't think?
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean,
what would you say your highlight was in the movie?
I think it was when. Was when when I'll call him Ant-Man, yeah? And he was stuck in a different universe.
Yeah,
and that's when Thanos in the last previous movie did the click. That's when half of the population was gone.
Yeah.
And obviously he wasn't affected. When he suddenly come through the time, I call it a time capsule or something van.
Yeah.
That was unexpected for me. And he's like, well, okay, I'm back. And then he looks on this tombstone and saying missing people, and there was like bunch of tombstones.
And I think he was one
and I
of
was like,
them.
he's one of them. Like, no, I'm actually alive. I'm come back. And then his daughter's all grown up, and he's like, oh no. That's what kind of surprised me. So I kind of like, oh my.
And it is frightening how important a role Ant-Man has in that movie.
Yeah, he has. I didn't know he had the most important role.
I would say he does. Just imagine this: Ant-Man didn't exist, so there was no quantum realm sort of thingy, which is where he came back from.
Yeah.
So Iron Man, like butterfly effect, didn't it? So Iron Man wouldn't. He would know how to do it, but he wouldn't bother, essentially, because Ant-Man went to him, innit? So then Iron Man wouldn't basically invent time travel and all that stuff. You'd have the Hulk, but remember when he was trying it and he kept turning him to a baby old, remember? Before Iron Man said yes, Hulk was trying to do it, but they kept sending Ant-Man in, but he kept coming back old, baby, old.
Oh yeah, that one I like. Oh,
yeah,
that kind of made me laugh.
Like even with what I like about Marvel is even with movies as serious as that, there's still so many jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I really like it.
And with me, I would say my favourite moment, it's hard. I would say it's either Captain America when he finally properly lifts up that hammer.
Yeah, that kind of a bit. I think when my sister watched it, she got really confused. I said, "Look, Catherine, you had to watch every single, to get why he suddenly lifted that I say hammer up." And
for those of you that want a shortcut, basically go on to Avengers: Age of Ultron. That's when all the Avengers, they're just having a drink, having a laugh, and Thor's like, "Oh, I bet none of you mortals can lift my hammer." And they're all like, "Oh, God. And then Captain America's like, he's like,
and then Thor's like, "Oh, fuck."
He's like, he nudged him. Like, it was only a nudge, but he shouldn't even be able to do a nudge.
Yeah, he's coming more worthy of the hammer.
Yeah. And, but what, your sister watched it?
Yeah, she watched it again, I think, yeah.
When?
About a week after us.
I don't know why. Like you said, I'm sure she was so confused.
Yeah.
That's stupid, man. Honestly, don't watch a movie like... All she's watched is, the Guardian movies.
No, she's watched more than that, but I forgot which. I'm going to have to ask her on her next year.
Well, like I said, when I acquire the Marvel movies, we can share it with her.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, it's either that with Captain America and the hammer, or it's the part where Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, like the three strongest, and from the original Avengers as well, are all looking out the window and like it's him, and then the three of them start walking towards him epically. Like to me, because like this is about to be a massacre.
Yeah, this is
the end game.
This is it.
Or another good moment was when all the people from that were like dusted away come back to help out just in time, and then Captain America's like, Avengers! Assemble! Like, that was pretty sick.
Mm.
Another good moment as well was when Iron Man met Doctor Strange again. Because, like, Iron Man was like, yo, like, please, is this it?
Is this it?
Is this the one that we win out of all
and he's
those...
like, probably like...
He's just nodding his head like, this is the one.
This is the one, yeah.
And what did he ask him as well? He asked him, how does this end? And it's like, if you knew, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And after he said that, Iron Man was like, oh crap, I know what I have to do then. Ha! Boom.
The thing is, he didn't take the glove off him, he just absorbed the glove in him. No, the stones.
No, yeah.
The stones.
And then his armor absorbed the...
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got the big one here.
Yeah.
And then he just went, yeah, done.
And then he just killed himself. And then Captain America, he's alive technically, but he's old now, so I don't know.
He stayed back in the air with that woman he loved.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't blame him.
But so many... You know what, yeah, to me that's the only part I'm confused with.
Yeah.
Because with how they explain time travel, it's different to every time travel movie you've watched. Like with Back to the Future, yeah?
Yeah.
You know how Doc said, anything you do in this past will drastically affect the future.
Yeah.
But with this, it follows the Dragon Ball theory. So you remember when Trunks came back to the future, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Talking Dragon Ball Z days, the Cell Saga, yeah? He came back to the future and he was saying, oh, I'm back because my future is so drastic. Goku died, I'm come back now to help you guys so it helps my future. But then once he goes back to the future, he realises, but why is everything still the same? Because that past that he went to, that's not his past. The past he went back to was a different reality, basically.
Oh,
like with the Dragon Ball theory,
not accurate then.
Your past you can't change. The past that's happened, and that cannot be changed. So when you go back to the past and change something, you're essentially say this is this is right. My hand is time. Yeah, my fist is time.
Yeah. This
is Trunks' past, future, and reality. So he's gone back to our current reality, which is a different world now, yeah? And then he's changed that version's reality now, so they have now a new future, which is another reality. So that's what sort of happens, you get it? So like when the Avengers go back, they're not changing their past, they're just making new realities happen. That's what the woman was saying to Hulk. That's what she was like, come on, like you can't take the stone, it's gonna affect everything. And he's like, don't worry, I'm going to bring it back like the second after we take it or something, so that new timeline is not going to be created. You get it? Like, to me, this whole time travel thing, I get it.
But it's really confusing.
Yeah, for you, but I get it. The only part I don't get is Captain America. Because, let's say he went back to the past, yeah? He lived his life with the woman, but didn't you... By the way, don't move the table, just not. You created a massive spike.
Oh god, sorry.
But he went back to the past and lived his life with that woman, yeah?
Yeah.
So then answer me this. If he went back to the past, lived his life with the woman, how can he then grow to come back to the present? Because he wouldn't be in our reality, he'd be in a different reality as an old man, wouldn't he?
I guess so, yeah.
So some people were like, okay, so maybe he lived his life with the woman, and then when the woman died, he said, okay, I'll go back to the others now. I'll give Falcon my shield, and I'll say my goodbyes or whatever. Like that, to me, that's the only way they could have done it. The only way it sort of makes sense. But so yeah, what would you rate it out of 10?
The end game.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's really hard. I want to give it a solid 10, but 9.5.
Yeah, I agree. But why 9.5 for you?
For me, because most of it for me was really accurate up until where I didn't like where
Iron Man died.
Yeah, Iron Man died, and
Spoiler alert.
I think people too late. If people watching this will be like, for God's sake. When Iron Man died, and when Captain America went back, like in time, to put stones where they back from where they were, and then he's like, no, I'm just gonna stay here. I want to be with the woman who I love. That's what I don't like when we come back when he's really old. He still has his shield. No, he has it covered up, and he goes, who does he talk to? I've got something for you. He's like, I know what it is.
Because Iron Man, I don't know about you, but I knew that his contract was over with Marvel, so that was going to be his last movie. I knew that. Same with Chris Evans, Captain America.
Yeah.
So that's why I knew one, if not both of them, was going to die. Okay. So when Iron Man died, I was like, okay, well, I knew he'd be dead, at least him or Captain America. So then I was thinking, okay, but so what happens to Captain America? Then does he die or what? And then when I saw he went back to time, he got old. I was like, okay, so probably they'll do maybe another gap period, and then they'll probably kill him off or something. I don't know. But yeah, for me, it'd be 9.5 as well. The reason is, great movie. They wrapped up a 10-year story so brilliantly. The only thing is, like I said, the Captain America thing, even today, still got me like, what, how, like, just based on their definition of time, it's a bit complex. So yeah, for me, it's 9.5. And was Thanos really bad?
I don't think he was. I think he was really bad.
Why?
Because he basically killed half the population.
Do you know why? Do you remember his reasoning?
Well, you told me his reason. I think it's pretty damn stupid.
What? His reason...
Oh, because we don't overpopulate them.
Yeah, because he's saying... But the only thing is, when he did wipe out half the universe, which they realised as well, he wiped out half the resources as well. So you've essentially got... right, let's say this is the resources, this is life. This is life, this is resources. Yeah? You've got rid of half of life, and you've got rid of half of resources. So now it's like that. It's still essentially the same problem.
Yeah, but it's more quiet. And I don't like quiet when it's on Earth.
But to me, I don't think he was... I'll be very careful with my words. In Infinity War, I don't think he was a bad guy. Because, tell me, who did he kill in Infinity War? Or at least tried to kill?
I can't really remember Infinity War.
Infinity War was like basically when he was connected all the Infinity Stones in there and basically beating up all the Avengers.
Oh yeah, practically trying to kill everyone that is trying to stop him getting from the stones.
No, the only person he killed technically was Dennoria, and that was to get the Soul Stone. Yeah. If you pay attention to him, especially in Endgame, a lot of people are really confused because why is he so much stronger in Endgame without the stones? True, he had the Power Stone for like one part just to get rid of Captain Marvel, for like one part, that's it. But throughout the whole movie he had no stones, so how is he so more powerful? It's intent, because in Infinity War, his intent was just to get the stones, nothing else. He doesn't want to kill nobody. His intention is simply just to wipe out half the universe. To do that, he had to kill Dennoria. He had no choice. He had to rip out that stone from that Vision guy. He had no choice. But technically, that witch woman killed him. So all he did was rewind time and just kill him again, basically. Yeah. So in Endgame, however, it's personal. He wants to kill them. He wants to kill them all because he knows if they live, they're just going to keep like getting in his way, sort of thing, innit? And then he was like, you know what, forget getting rid of half the universe. I need to wipe out the whole universe now, because if I wipe out half the universe, then half the universe will remember what happened. Remember what he said. So he's like, I'm just going to get rid of this reality and make a new one. Sort of like Madara in Naruto.
Oh my god.
How he wants to make a perfect world in everybody's dreams. Remember? Like, that's why, even with Madara, would you say he's a bad guy? I would say with him it's 50-50, but with Thanos, I wouldn't. In Infinity War, at least, I don't think he's a bad guy. You can at least agree on that much.
Okay.
Now, you guys can put it in the comments below and give us your viewpoints on it, but to me, he only really killed Midoriya, and do you think he was wrong in what he was doing?
In a way, yeah, because he's trying to make like the human race extinct or something.
Not just everything, the whole universe, half the universe, not just the humans.
Yeah, obviously.
Half the, I don't know, I forget half of the other aliens in the thing, but half aliens, half humans, half everybody. You think that's bad? It's at random as well. It's not like, oh, you're dead. No, I snap my fingers, half of you are dead. That's it. So it's to save resources, save planets. I don't think he was wrong. You think he was? I don't think he was wrong, to be honest.
Because in reality, if it did happen, I think God save us all, because either you or me could be gone just like that. I'm probably most likely to be gone because...
But some people were lucky. Some people actually had their whole family saved. Like with Iron Man, he survived until he killed himself. He made a daughter, so he had no like children before the snap, and he still had his wife, so he had a whole family still. So there'd be the chance that me and you could survive, but it'd be like 50-50, innit? All completely at random. I don't think, to be honest, I think his idea was good, but maybe the execution wasn't. I don't think he was wrong in what he was doing, to be honest with you. But like I said, you guys put in the comments down below. Give us your opinions on it. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with Hannah? And where do you think Marvel now is going to go next after Endgame? Because you've got Captain America, who's basically old as hell, so I don't think he's going to be involved. Stan Lee's dead, like in real life.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, R.I.P. You've got Iron Man, who's dead in the character. Mm-hmm. You've got Thor, who's with the Guardians now.
Yeah, but he's fat.
Yeah, but he might get back into shape and
He's
stuff.
better because he looks like a drunken English boozy.
No, true. You've got the Guardians, who are probably going to be looking for Gamora in the next episode, in the next movie. You've got, who else? I think that's pretty. Oh, you've got Spider-Man, whose movie is going to be the next Marvel movie. You've got Doctor Strange 2 confirmed. You've got Black Panther 2 confirmed before he got dusted, by the way, which was stupid. And apparently you've got a Black Widow movie confirmed as well, even though she died. So again, it might be like a Captain Marvel thing. It might just be a flashback movie.
It could be a flashback movie with the Black Widow one. Yeah,
it must be. But yeah, so where do you think they're going to take it?
I think they might take it with. I think they might take it with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, you think that's their main way forward?
Not their main way forward, but like trying to find that woman, Gamora. Yeah, they're trying to find her. So that's after the Endgame. For me, first, that's going to go, I think, straight to them trying to find her. And
do you think there'll ever be a Marvel movie as good as that? Probably not, innit?
Nope.
But do you think there'll ever be a Marvel movie where after this they'll make another 10-year plan and another 10-year wrap-up?
I might.
I don't think they will, to be honest. And also, do you think that they will... How do I word this? They will make other Avengers movies. So, like, obviously not the original Avengers, but like a group of people again get together and they deal with a threat again. I can see that happening, maybe.
I don't think I can't any threat see happening again. I think now there could be like one flashback movie, one movie kind of continuing, and then aside.
So you think it's just going to be like individual character movies?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they might make another baddie, like a big bad Thanos
Yeah,
thing
but
again.
who and why and how and when? You know, there's the
When
the
I
4W.
don't know. How I don't know. Who I know.
How do you know? I don't even bloody know.
Doctor Doom.
Who's Doctor Doom?
Doctor Doom, for any of you that know, he's one of the biggest, baddest, most intelligent as well villains in Marvel.
Oh, that means they're buggered already. Because if he's intelligent and a villain and cruel and
But the reason why I didn't say him a few years ago is because Marvel didn't have the license to the Fantastic Four. You know them. Chris Evans was that flaming torch guy.
yeah,
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
He was the villain in that movie, Doctor Doom. That's who he is, the guy with that mask. That's Doctor Doom.
Oh, fair
Yeah.
enough.
And they say like how they can do it is they can make it so it's like I said with realities, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You've got our reality in the Avengers that we know. Another thing that's been confirmed, Marvel have the license to Fox. Do you know who has Fox? The X-Men.
Oh,
And do you know who is the most popular X-Men character?
Wolverine.
Yes.
Oh,
And
Wolverine.
apparently, what's his name? Hugh Jackman is up for doing Wolverine again if it means he'll be on the MCU. So that would be pretty sick. And Deadpool would also be linked up as well.
Oh, I can't wait for Deadpool. I mean, I like the second one. It was funny.
Yeah. So the way they could do it is we've got our reality that we know. So let's say it is Doctor Doom. He has some crazy plan that affects every reality, yeah? Somehow, like, over a 10-year period. So you've got the Fantastic Four. We'll do, like, an introduction movie for them again. You've got maybe a Deadpool 3 somehow linking up to one of the realities. You've got, the X-Men movies will somehow link up to the realities. And then, boom, you've got Doctor Doom sort of threat again, innit?
Kind of, yeah.
So that's how they can sort of link up, and then they'd be like, oh, but why haven't the X-Men been in the MCU? Well, because maybe they're in a different reality to us, so it all makes sense. And Venom as well could somehow link up, but I don't think so. I think Venom is just like an individual thing. I don't think that's going to be involved at all. But me, I think that's how they're going to carry it forward. If they, with this time travel thing, they have so many options, I think.
I think they do, yeah.
And I heard some review guy talk about some other villain, but I don't know him, so I'm not going to talk about him. Doctor Doom is the one I know, and I think he'll be the next one for sure. And I forgot to tell you guys, what we're going to do from now on, we're not really going to be doing like, hi guys, going to talk about 4 topics that... Nah, scrap that,
Yes.
put that in the bin. What we're doing is we're going to talk about what we want to talk about, essentially, and then just if it comes up to an hour, that's a wrap, basically. Because I think it's more interesting that way, to be honest, instead of just being like, oh, we have to do 4 topics, these are the 4 topics, you know what I mean?
I think so, yeah.
I think it'd be better.
Yeah.
And sticking with movies, like I said, this is all TV superhero based. How long should you give a movie? So with Avengers, by the way, that was 3 hours. So let's say you ain't watched none of the superhero movies before that. How long would you sit there and be like, this is crap? How long would you give that movie? Just essentially, the first hour is just them being like, oh, Thanos just beat us. Oh, what do we do? And then they go kill Thanos, I think, like an hour and a half into the movie. So how long would you give that movie before you're like, oh, I'm getting out of this crap?
What, without watching any?
Without watching any of them?
I think about an hour. I'll probably give it an hour. Less than that.
So you give it to just before they more or less kill Thanos?
Yeah.
Probably. To be fair, I agree. But now with shows or any movie in general, how long would you give it? So a movie is roughly an hour and a half, yeah? An average movie. How long would you give it?
I'll give it.
Now, I'm not on about walking into a cinema and being like, 20 minutes in, oh, this is crap, I'm walking out. No, I mean like sitting at home on Netflix, you're watching a movie, or Sky Movies, or whatever, Virgin Movies, whatever you have. How long would you give it?
I think I'll give it about half an hour. For me.
For me, I give it 20 minutes.
Mm.
You know why? Because for me, 20 minutes is enough time for you to sit down, and I'm talking about 20 solid minutes watching it, not being on my phone, by the way. Watching it solidly for 20 minutes is enough time to sit down. Plus, you've got the description, so you know what the plot is about. 20 minutes is enough time to sit down, decipher what's going on, and sort of know what's going to happen going forwards. If it's boring, then I'm out. That's it.
Yeah.
For me, 20 minutes is more than enough. And with a TV show, like series, how long would you give, like, how many episodes would you give that?
I'll give it 2.
2 episodes?
Yeah, 2 episodes.
So if after 2 episodes, this ain't for me, you're out.
Yeah.
How many episodes did it take you to like Naruto?
Quite a few.
More than 2?
Yeah.
So do you want to change that answer?
Probably about 5 or 6.
There you go then, so 5 or 6, isn't it? So only 2. Like with Jessica Jones, you gave it 1 episode, you're like, no, I'm out. I'm on about the 2nd season, by the way. With the 2nd season, you're like, oh no, I'm out.
Oh.
Why?
I just couldn't hook onto it or follow it or...
Just because David Tennant's dead, isn't it?
No. No.
Don't lie.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I gave it 2 episodes, man. To me, it's so boring, man. It's not the same. With me, I would give an episode. A show. I'll give you an example. Let's say I am actually thinking about it. Next week we watch Game of Thrones season 1.
Okay.
How many episodes are you gonna give it? Every episode minimum is like 40 minutes. It's like a DC sort of show, like that length. How many minutes would you give a show like that? I mean, not minutes, sorry, episodes.
Episodes. Probably about 2 or 3.
Me, I'd give it 4. I think 4 episodes, my favourite number by the way, I think 4 episodes is enough time for me to be hooked. If I'm not feeling it after 4 episodes, then I'm like, nah, I ain't into this, simple as. Do you not think so? Especially with a show like that. Like, I'll give you an example. Prison Break. 1 episode in, boom, I'm hooked. On the first episode.
Yeah, because you want to know what happens next. It's like a cliffhanger each time.
Exactly. I don't know how, what's it called, Game of Thrones is. I don't want to know. Well, like I said, I might watch 1 episode just to see what the hype is about, but I don't think it's the sort of show where there's a cliffhanger every time, especially not like Prison Break. I don't think there's another show like Prison Break out there. No way. But yeah, I would give a TV show no more than 4 to 5 maximum episodes. Because there was Randolph on his podcast with on Simon's podcast with Randolph, yeah. He said, but because I think Simon said as well, he watched about 4 or 5 episodes, and Randolph was like, no, man, that ain't enough time to get into. You got to watch the first season at least. And I'm like, are you mad? Like,
No.
why is Simon gonna watch a whole season just to decide, like, yeah, this is for me, I want to go forward now?
Yeah,
4 to 5 episodes is more than enough time.
definitely.
You don't think so?
Yeah, obviously, come on.
Game of Thrones, to me, it just, I don't get that hype about it, if I'm honest with you. But going back to Marvel, well, not necessarily Marvel, I'm going to do DC as well, yeah? Which superhero is your favourite? Now, it could be Marvel, DC, any superhero. Who's your favourite? Not anime, by the way. Anime doesn't count.
I haven't properly think about it, really, but I've always said, like, Iron Man's my favourite. Like,
Iron Man?
I told you before. Because he's got a metal suit, he's got a helmet which has lights,
It has basically AI. Friday.
Yeah.
Someone helping him.
Someone helping him and has lights on his eyes and he can fly with his shoes. I mean, to me that means I could go anywhere I want in the world.
And he's intelligent as hell.
He's
the most intelligent Avenger there is. Well, was.
There was, yeah.
I don't think there'll be anyone as smart as him again. Apart from The only one I think who can match him for intelligence is what's his name? Rocket, the raccoon guy.
Yeah.
I think he's the only one, and the Hulk maybe. Those three are the only ones who can be close to his level. Not on his level, but close. With me, my favourite one, who do you think it is? You should know, I've said it so many times.
Spider-Man.
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 To me, he's the guy, man. He is the most profitable character, you know that. He's the most money-making character. He's the most famous one. Everyone knows him. He's the one that gets you the most views. And he's not even the most strongest. I don't think nowhere near, but
No, he's...
to me, he's the most relatable to most of our generation. Like, with me, Spider-Man, I love him, man. Like, ever since the first Tobey Maguire movie, he's been my guy, man. And since then, I had been getting annoyed with the Spider-Man franchise because the first 3 movies, yeah, cool, it's Tobey Maguire. And then after that, nah, scrap Spider-Man 4. We're going ahead now with Andrew Garfield. I was like, okay, I'll give you a chance. Andrew Garfield came in, I was like, oh, this is crap, man. His webs, like, every time he would web, his film would glow red. I was like, what is it? And his webs, oh no. Outfit was terrible as well. And then I was like, okay, don't worry, we're going to try it again with Amazing Spider-Man 2. We might change a few things, which they did. I think they got rid of the flashing red thing on his webs, but it was still so bad. And I think it got to that point where they heard the criticisms. I was like, okay, we're done. We've tried our best. And then finally, the MCU have the license for Sony. So now because they have Sony, Spider-Man can be more involved in the MCU. And then it turned into someone younger, which is what, Tom Holland? Is that his name?
Tom Holland, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, at first I was so skeptical because I was like, oh, it's even younger now. Tobey Maguire was like in his 20s. Andrew Garfield was like in his late teens.
I prefer Andrew Garfield to Spider-Man.
Nah, you mad. It was so bad. The actor or the character? Andrew Garfield was so bad. My God. Tom Holland has been the best one.
I think, if I try to remember Andrew Garfield.
I
think Tom Holland.
And just to tell you, by the way,
think Tom Holland.
Just to tell you, I'm not downloading those movies. All the Marvel. I mean, I'm not acquiring. I'm not acquiring that movie because.
Really?
Yes, I'm only downloading the ones that are like involved with. I'm only acquiring the one.
How many said the word acquiring?
I am only acquiring the ones that are involved within the MCU. Like Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3.
Yes, we're getting it now, yeah.
Andrew Garfield is not involved. Tom Holland, for me, has been the best Spider-Man.
Okay, I think Tom Holland, yeah.
And the suit he wears as well is so sick. It's the best one, I think. Just like the eyes are moving, like, with all the other suits, the eyes are just like, they're there. They don't move. So... For me, I think that's the best one. He's the one that plays the role of Spider-Man the best. And who do you think now that after Iron Man's dead, who's the strongest? Oh, now, I'm not going to include Captain Marvel.
Oh, for God's sake.
Because she's never, I'm on about Earth. On Earth. She might be human, but she is never on Earth. Only, like, in the Endgame, do you know how many minutes she was on screen?
About 5 or 10 minutes.
Less than 20 minutes. She was on screen for less than 20 minutes. That's pathetic. Coming from the hype that, oh, she's going to be the strongest one, or she's going to be the one that beats Thanos. I was like, well, okay, I'm feeling this. But she's on screen less than 20 minutes. It's pathetic. She is probably the strongest if you include everybody, but I'm on about Earth. Just Earth, so the Guardians aren't involved. Thor isn't involved because he's not on Earth. So yeah, all the others are, including the Wakandans, like Black Panther basically. So who is the strongest on Earth? Now that Iron Man's... Even if Iron Man was alive, would you say he was?
Possibly, yeah.
Him or Captain America, and one of the two. But now Captain America's old as hell and Iron Man's dead, so who's the strongest?
Probably Black Panther.
What? Why? Why Black Panther?
I don't know. I think
probably the most athletic. I'll give him
Athletic, yeah,
that.
because he's more like he's have a good stamina. He has muscles.
He has that suit that can
He
absorb
has the
your
so-
stuff and then put it back to you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at.
To me, I'm stuck with only two characters, and to me they're going to be the next.
I only guess Doctor Strange.
And
Doctor Strange and oh yeah, I forgot about Doctor Strange. I might reword it.
Doctor Strange is the most.
I was thinking about Doctor. Yeah, I think Doctor Strange. Actually, yeah. I was just thinking. Forget what I said. Forget the Wakandas. I mean,
They're warriors, basically.
they're warriors. Yeah.
But it's like with
Doctor
Arsenal. Ozil might not be the best player in Arsenal, but he's the most technically gifted. It's the same with Strange. He's not the strongest, but he's got so many skills and technical stuff that he knows. But basically magic, isn't it? He could beat Iron Man in a heartbeat, but by just doing what he does. Remember, to me, it's Doctor Strange or Spider-Man.
I'll go with Doctor Strange. I think.
But who would you say the second one is? I'd say Spider-Man, because you've got Black Panther, who's okay. You've got the other Iron Man, Iron Man's mate, remember?
It's getting really warm in here.
You've got Hawkeye, bow and arrow, that's it. He's nowhere near as good as Oliver Queen. By the way, for any fans that are a fan of Arrow, I've got some upsetting news to tell you. That the character... now I'm going to try and remember the actor's name. Stephen Amell, yes, I remember it well. He has quit. Well, he will quit after this season. There's going to be one more season, only half a season, by the way, and he's going to leave to look after his family. Now, how disgraceful is that?
Chris, you're saying Lee Evans is disgraceful.
That's different. He retired.
Yeah, he
This
retired.
guy
He's
is
probably
like
thinking,
in his
I don't want to
30s.
say I don't quit. I want to say I retire because he's at that age now, thinking, "Oh, I'm too old to do comedy. I just want to chill and relax."
It's selfish though. Just when he leaves Arrow, who's going to be the next Arrow? No one.
No one.
So you're just.
They could how to end it because they got like killed off or something.
Maybe, and then someone else takes up the role. Perhaps. To me, that'd be the only way. Maybe his son. Maybe his son from the future comes back. I think I see where they're going with it now. Okay, that could be how they
Could
do
be,
it.
but they might not do it. I mean,
Yeah, but
that's
then
a
why have
theory.
they been
That's a
showing?
theory of it.
Why have they been showing flashbacks of the future timeline? That must be why. And I haven't seen him in the future either, so that could be where they're going. Anyway, I'm going off track. Where was he?
Where was we?
The strongest character. So you're changing it to Doctor Strange.
I went Doctor Strange. Yeah,
And I agree, but to me,
You like
I'm still stuck
Spider-Man.
between him and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because in the next Spider-Man movie, they want him to be. They're training him to be like the next Iron Man, innit?
Oh god, yeah.
Because they're like, no, Matt, no one else can do this besides you. He's like, but what about Doctor Strange? He's busy dealing with like the magical stuff, like magical threats.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, but what about Thor? Oh, he's never here. Captain Marvel, she's never here. It's just you. He's like, but I'm just a kid.
It's fair enough. Yeah, he's just a kid, but if he needs to do it, he needs to do it.
I think he'll become the strongest. In time, he will. Not now, but in time. And which superpower would you want the most? Out of... So, I would include anime characters as well. Just like the power-wise. What power would you want the most?
I'm trying to think what their powers were.
Flight. I'm going to give you the basic ones. Flight, invisibility, to control fire, to control anything. Or even a quirky one that you always...
I think invisibility.
Why?
So I'll become invisible, yeah, and
what?
I could become invisible and mess with people's minds. So I could hold something, it'll be like no one there. I could be like this. I could be like.
So why not ask for the power that what's his name, Daniel has from Life is Strange 2?
Oh yeah.
You could do that while being invisible and just control stuff.
Yeah. Something like that.
Well, would you want that or invisibility? Now, what is it?
Invisibility.
Oh man, that's boring. What I would want You know Kilgrave?
You want them to control people's minds.
To me, that would be the most bad boy power, fam. That would be sick. I could just walk into a bank and they'd be like, "Hi sir, how can I help you?" And I'd be like, "Give me all you have." "Okay, give me a moment." And they just give me all the money they have and walk out. And I wouldn't get in trouble, you know why? The woman that gave me the money would get in trouble because she'd be on camera, on screen, just giving me
Just
money.
be like, get till out. Here you go. Goodbye. Come again.
And then all the other people
And
would
they'll
look
be
in.
like, what the... No, first he'll deal with the people in the building. Like, stay quiet. And they're going to talk.
Or if it was me, if I was to pop a plan here, I'd probably walk in the building and I tell them, I'd tell one of them, "Go home," and they just all go home.
Yeah, go home. Okay.
And they just all leave the building and they all just go home. And then it's just the cashiers behind like the glass window or whatever. And I'd say to all the other ones, "Turn off your CCTV cameras, delete all footage," and they do all that. And I've just got this one woman left. And I tell her, "Yo, go into the safe, give me all the money you have," and I just walk out. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to me, his power would be the one. It'd be the one I'd want the most. Now, which superhero or villain would you want to be? Now, when you are that superhero or villain, you have their powers. So it makes it more interesting instead of just the power.
Okay, I think I wouldn't mind being... Can you go first? Because I'm trying to think still.
Kilgrave.
Very funny. Yours is straight away. Kilgrave, the villain, yeah?
Oh my God,
come on. No.
If I had to choose a villain, it'd be him. If I had to choose a superhero, it'd be Spider-Man, without a doubt. But if I was going to anime characters, it'd be Goku, hands down. Like before anything else, it'd be Goku. To have the powers he has, like.
I'm debating between two superheroes, I think.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel or I think Captain Marvel, the Hulk, because the Hulk is really strong. I'd say I like being strong.
Yeah, but only recently he was able to control it.
Yeah, I know you have to control. Yeah.
But
I think I stick with Captain Marvel because I would like to go Super Saiyan and come.
So why not say Goku?
No, because I prefer because Captain Marvel is more of a woman based, and she has a really great suit. I love the suit.
True, it is pretty cool.
And the way when she's in full she has a helmet that goes like that, and she
then her hair
was
goes
like that, and then she has eyes like glowing. I thought, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's Super Saiyan basically.
Yeah, but I like to be like a woman based Super Saiyan. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what? I forgot to write it on here. What? How would you, if you had powers? Yeah. So let's say you've chosen invisibility, for instance. Yeah. Would you be a hero? Would you use those powers for good, or would you use them in other ways?
I think I'd use them for a purpose.
Which is what?
I'll be able to like save people from. I don't know, I forgot.
Because with invisibility, what can you do?
Well, if I, for example, would want to like save a bank robbery or someone from like killing themselves or each other, you know, I'll be coming in the middle of that. Right, Hannah, you're invisible. They don't know you're here. Just quickly, one by one, take the guns. Just and then the knives and like, right, and just hold them like this, and then there'll be no one there, and all the guns will be like, oh, now we just throw them inside the river. There you go.
Or you can stop like stabbings as well and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. Guns, knives, bank robberies.
And that's honestly what you would do.
Yeah, definitely. I'll become the hero of the town, man.
And what do you think I would do?
What with your mind controlling?
With my mind control powers, yeah.
You would still rob banks, wouldn't you? And
would you think I'd be a hero or a villain?
More likely a villain.
I don't think I'd be either. I think I'd be somewhere in between. I wouldn't be hands down, I know for a fact I wouldn't be a hero. I know I wouldn't be. The person I am, I don't help others unless I know them. Unless it's like something that's happening right in front of me, then yeah, cool, I do something because I'm in the area. But I wouldn't go out of my way to go out looking for trouble and to help. Nah, that ain't my knife. It ain't my knife now, and it wouldn't be my knife, especially if I had powers, especially if I had mind control powers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if I had those powers, I would abuse them like a freaking condom.
What the fuck?
But honestly, I would abuse them. I would be like walking into the street. Like, the only time, if I was to help people, my powers can help people. Just like, let's say there is a stabbing about to happen,
Yeah.
and some guy is about to stab someone. I'd go up to him and go, stab your knee. Stab your knee. Why am I stabbing my knee? Like, innit? You'd be like, who the hell are you? And I'd be like, now, take that knife, go to the police station and hand yourself in. And you'd be like, why am I going to the police station? Who is this man? With me, my power would be the best. I would abuse it so much. Imagine if I'm in college as well, like, the teacher's talking, and like, and she's like, blah 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 blah, and I'd be like, you're gonna tell us all to go home. You can all go home now. Yeah. I'm telling you, I would abuse it so much, and the amount that I would abuse it, I would never be classed as a hero, but I don't think I'd be classed as a villain either. I wouldn't be a villain. I wouldn't go out my way and like go up to people and go, yo, you see that man over there? Go do it. Don't do that. I wouldn't be like that. I would help if it was in my interest, sort of thing. If like I'm in the area, I see something go down, I'm like, yo, kill yourself. or do you remember on Jessica Jones? I would use it for funny reasons as well. Like, he said to some guy, he was like, oh, I need to go toilet. He was like, you see that wall there? Stay there for the rest of your life. And he was just there like, and he was pissing himself.
Yeah.
I was just like, how do you tell a man to stay there, stare at a wall for the rest of it? He's like,
I don't know. I think he would. I think in the end he probably died. Didn't he?
of course.
Yeah. Oh my god. Imagine telling someone not to fart. Oh my god, they would definitely die. Now, I hear you about to fart. Yeah. Do not fart. Oh shit.
I would use it for
Someone
such.
tells me to do that. Bloody that. I need to do.
Oh my god, especially my work. Without giving my work away, I would be telling my people, like, are you. How did I say it without giving my job away? If, for instance, they came to me with an issue,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, what do you mean? Oh yeah, but. And I'd be like, no, I didn't. You're wrong. Go home. And they'll be like.
and then your work people will be like, what the hell did you just done? And then your boss just comes like, oh no, Chris, yeah, he's into it. Well, I just got a superpower, innit?
Oh my god, imagine saying to your boss as well, like, yo, I've worked hard this year. You best give me a promotion next month. Next month, they'll be like, yo, Chris, here's your promotion.
Yeah.
Or like, yo, give me a pay rise.
to £10 now, no problem.
Not even £10. I could just be like, yo, I want a pay rise, £20 an hour. No questions asked. He's like, okay, no problem. You see where I'm going with this? For me, mind control, my god, that'd be the one. I could have anything I want. And I can tell you right now, I could be any superhero with that power. I could be Goku. You know how?
You can transport, like...
Who?
You go.
No, I can't. I can only control his mind.
Okay, fair enough. Not like transportation. Fair
The only way I think Goku could probably beat me is because he's so fast. So maybe he can travel faster than the speed of sound, so he can't hear me talking.
No, fair enough. Yeah.
That's the only way I think I can't beat certain people. But most superheroes I could probably beat. And with mind control, let's say I meet, I don't know, Ant-Man, yeah, and he knows about time control. I could be like to Ant-Man, yo, show me like how to get time control powers, and then he could give me that. I could try anything I want with mind control. That's why, to me, it's probably the strongest superpower, I think, in my opinion. Mind control, just anything you want, that's it. So those are all the topics that we wanted to talk about. So we're going to wrap things up with our end of season review. So you can start to get the phone out. So earlier this year, yeah, I think it was this year. Well, earlier when we started this podcast, we gave a season review of like, who's going to finish top 4, blah blah blah, or top 6. Did we do?
We did, 6. So hold on, if I go to Premier League, there you go.
That's the predictions.
That's the predictions, yeah.
Okay, so from now on, I'll let you take over.
Okay, so shall I read each prediction we got? From 1 to 6?
So for who?
Okay, so as I'm at the top.
Hold on.
So
do you have the actual one as well?
No, you got it. So you get the actual table.
Yeah, I'll get the actual table now. Okay. Just give me a sec, guys.
So, as it's my name on the top first, I shall go first and see my predictions from
Hold
1
on,
to 6.
I want to give the actual table first. So, the table finished 98 points, Manchester City on top, which I know I said.
Yeah, I did as well.
Liverpool second with 97 points. That's mad. Third is Chelsea with 72 points. Fourth is Tottenham with 71 points. Fifth is Arsenal with 70 points. And sixth with 66 points is Manchester United. And seventh, I know we never did top 7, but I feel like they should get a shout out, is Wolves with 57 points in their first season.
Well, that's really quite good because they recently got promoted, didn't they? And that's
them and Fulham.
Talking recently promoted, yeah. Shall I mention it? No, not Fulham. What? My hometown, Norwich City.
Oh yeah, they
recently got promoted to Premier League, so well done to them. They're champions. I mean, I'm from Norwich, but I'd never support them. I'd always stick with a nice London team who came here first. So, yeah.
And Derby as well. Frank Lampard's team are very close to becoming into the Premier League as well.
So yeah, well done to them, champions. That's what I'm saying. That's a shout out to them.
Alright, so go on.
So for me, I did number 1, Manchester City.
Correct.
So number 2, Liverpool.
Correct.
That's one I kind of fucked up. Third, Arsenal.
Incorrect.
So 4th, Spurs. So that's
correct.
Wait, 4th is Spurs?
Yeah, 4th is Spurs. You got that correct. So you got... Oh, wait, no, sorry, there's still 2 more.
So Chelsea, 5th, and 6th, Man United. So I kind of messed up on Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah, you only got 2 teams wrong.
Yeah.
Which is good. Go on.
So the next person is you.
Okay.
So you did Man City.
Yeah, correct.
2, Chelsea.
Correct.
3, Arsenal.
Incorrect.
4, Chelsea.
Incorrect.
5, Man United.
Incorrect.
6, Spurs. Oh, you messed up.
So how many did I get right?
So you got...
Man City.
1, 2... You only got 2 right.
The top 2, oh my god.
Now, Paolo's is really interesting. He thought... No, number 1, Liverpool, because I was so close to winning it.
Yeah, but he's wrong, that's incorrect.
Right, 1 Liverpool, 2 Man City.
He's wrong, that's incorrect.
3 Spurs.
Huh?
3 Spurs.
That's wrong, that's incorrect.
4th Arsenal.
That's wrong, that's incorrect.
5th Man United and 6th Chelsea.
That's wrong, that's incorrect. Now, you got nothing right, my friend. And what minute are we up to so I can tell him?
Anyway, I got a few right.
Shush. We are currently up to the 1 hour and 3rd sort of minute. I'm going to edit it so it's going to change. But I am going to tell you, I'm going to private message you after this podcast. No, after I upload this podcast, and I'm going to tell you to your face, you got nothing right, my friend. Zip. Nada. Not one. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, not one. He didn't even get the top 2 correct.
No, I got 2 to it anyway. I just messed up.
Won.
I messed it with Arsenal and kind of Arsenal and Chelsea, didn't I?
Yeah, that's it. So fair play to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, well done. So yeah, what we're gonna do, not now, we are gonna wait. I know it's a very long time, but we are going to wait until August because that's when the Premier League starts again. I don't want to do a prediction yet because I want to wait until I see transfer business happen.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be like, oh, Arsenal, after the season, they're probably going to be lucky to finish fourth, but then we freaking signed Koulibaly from Napoli. I'd be like, we're going to finish first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to wait
What
until
about the scores for the football thing?
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
Okay.
I want to wait until I see transfers go down.
No.
And so until then, there's not going to be many what's the score, to be honest with you. I mean, we could do now a prediction on the two finals, the Champions League and Europa League finals, if you want.
We could do that. I mean, yeah.
We'll do that after you tell us how all our game predictions went down.
I think, right. Obviously, the
So
first
tell
one.
us
I do
episode
one
by episode.
So on episode, I think I might have kind of messed this up. It doesn't really matter. Right, episode 1. Obviously we did Man U versus Brighton. So the score was 2-1 to Man United.
That was the story, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I said 3-0, so I got 1 point, and you said 2-1, so you got 3 points.
Yeah, I got that exactly right.
Yeah, 2-1, exactly right. Chelsea and Arsenal. Sorry, Arsenal and Chelsea 2-0.
Yeah.
And I said 2-2, so I get 0 points. And Chris said you said 3-2,
Yeah.
so you get 1 point. And Wolves versus Leicester, that was 4-3 to Wolves. Was it Wolves?
Yeah.
I said 2-1 to Leicester, so no points for me. And you said 2-1 to Wolves, so you get 1 point.
Yeah.
So 1. And Chris, so you got 5 points. I got 1 point. So well done to Chris. So yeah. And obviously I skipped to episode 4 when we did that. So from episode 1 to episode 4.
Why did you do 3?
I don't know 1, 2, 3 because some of them didn't mention any. So that's why I sometimes had to skip. So I did like 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and then you know what I mean. Like that. So episode 4, right? So Arsenal versus Cardiff 2-1. I said 2-1, so 3 points to me.
Lucky you.
Chris, you said 3-2, but you get a nice 1 point. So yeah. Right. Wolves versus West Ham 3-0. So I said 3-1, so I get 1 point. You also said 3-1, so we get both a point each.
Yeah.
Then it's Watford versus Spurs 2-1. I said 2-1, but I got 0 points. I couldn't have got 0 points.
You said Watford versus...
2-1.
No, you got 3 points then.
Yeah, 3 points. Yeah, I kind of missed it up.
Yeah, so you got 3 points there. I said 1-1, so I got 0 points.
Yeah, so it means I get on 3.
You
4,
win that episode with 7 points.
7 points, or I might have to.
Yeah, change it at the end when we get there.
So 7 points. Okay, so hold on, let me just.
So on to the
episode
next.
4. Okay, episode. Oh, it's right at the top. It's gonna mess up. Right. 1, 4. Alright, right. Now episode 5, Arsenal versus Huddersfield 2-1.
Yeah.
I said 2-0, so that's 1 point.
Okay.
You said 3 now, so it's 1 point.
Yeah.
Alright, Man City versus Chelsea 6-0. That was unexpectedly good for them, for Man City.
Probably their best game of the season.
Yeah, definitely. So I said 3-2, so I get 1 point. You said 4-1, so you get 1 point.
Yeah.
Alright, Crystal Palace versus West Ham. It's a 1-1, so a draw. So I said 2-2, so I said I'll get 1 point. But you said 2-1 to West Ham.
Yeah, because I thought West Ham were a better team.
You 0 points. So I have 3 points at the end there. You got 2.
Okay, so you win that episode again.
Yep.
I'm not
Episode
liking where it's
6.
going.
Right, episode 6. This is when Paolo comes into it.
Okay.
Right, Arsenal versus Southampton 2-0. So I said 2-1, 1 point. Paolo said 1-1. He gets 0 points. You said 1-0, you get 1 point.
Okay.
So yeah. And to Man U versus Liverpool 0-0. So I said 2-2. So kind of drawed. So
Yeah,
I
so you
get
got
1
1 point.
Paolo said 2-1, 0 points. And you said 3-1 to Liverpool, so 0 points. What, Liverpool? Why did I put Liverpool? Is it Liverpool? Oh yeah, fuck, I was looking at Southampton. God, I'm so like, my eyes are not focused today. Bugger.
Yeah, hold on. Next.
Yes, I know. Right, Bournemouth versus Wolves, 1-1.
Yeah.
I said 3-1 to Wolves, I get 0 points.
Yeah.
Paolo said 3-2 to Wolves, I 0 points. You said 2-1, 0 points, so I've got no points on that.
So who won the episode?
I won, so with 2 points. You
Yep.
got 1 point. Baz got 0
On his first appearance.
on his
Not
first
good.
appearance. Right, now it's on episode 8. Oh, obviously that was the Premier League prediction, so we've got to skip that.
Okay.
Now episode 9. Hold on. Spurs versus West Ham 1-0. Sorry, 1-0 to West Ham.
Okay.
So I said 2-1, so 0 points.
Yep.
And you said 2-2, so 0 points.
Yep.
Arsenal versus Leicester. So I think it was 3-0 to Leicester. I
Yep.
think it was 3-0 to Leicester.
Yep.
So I said 2-2, 0 points. You said 2-1, 0 points again. And then
And
it's
Pano didn't predict that one with us,
No,
did
you
he?
didn't know.
Okay.
Right, Man U versus Chelsea 1-1. So I said 3-2 to Man U. Stupid of me. 0 points. You said 1-0 to 0 points.
So who won that?
So
None
we've
of us. 0.
None, zeros. That's why I didn't bother doing that one.
Yeah, we got that completely
Then,
wrong.
obviously, the football results I need to change because on episode...
Yeah, just forget it. Just tell me the results then overall. So who won?
Well, I won.
By how many points?
That's
Let
why
me
I'm trying
see.
to... By,
I'll add
by
7. So
17, you got 10, and Pano got 0.
wait, hold on. So
That was before I checked their scores.
you won by 4 points more than me then.
I'm the champion. I'm the champion.
Yeah, well, let's see how we do next season.
Yeah.
My God. And what I was planning to do, is after every episode, we'll see who lost that episode, and whoever wins the episode has to, they'll make up a forfeit for the other person. To make it more interesting, innit?
What,
And
me? I've got to make a
and
forfeit.
we'll video the forfeit. So it could be
my
like,
God.
I don't know, I tell Hannah she has to take a shot, or I tell Hannah she has to do this, or Hannah tells me I have to do that, sort of thing, innit?
Oh, okay. So it's a separate video.
Yeah,
Okay.
be interesting, innit?
Oh, yeah, cool.
But then again, I don't know. I'll think about it anyway. But so that's all the football stuff out the way, apart from the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up to the most important one, the main final, of course, the Europa League final.
Europa League final. Oh my God.
One away,
I think
back
Arsenal
away.
have to win this because if they don't, everyone's gonna go
Ballistic.
ballistic.
Baku, on the way. We can barely get there. There's only one flight a day. We're on the way to Baku.
Yeah.
I predict 3-2 for Arsenal.
3-2 for Arsenal.
It'll be a high-scoring game. It'll be an intense game. It's Hazard's last game. He'll be one of those 2 goals for sure, if not both. Aubameyang will step up. It'll be not his last game, but it'll be his biggest game for Arsenal, and he'll know when it means. Lacazette will step up. The defence will try their best, but they won't keep a clean sheet. I say 2 goals also because Czech will be in goal because it's Europa League.
Okay.
So there's that as well to consider. That's why I say 3-2. What are you going with?
2-1.
To who?
2-1 to Arsenal, obviously.
Okay,
Yeah, make it fair.
fair enough. And the Champions League final, Liverpool versus Spurs. What's your prediction for that
Come on,
one?
Liverpool, man. So yeah, I'm really desperate for them to win, man. I think I want it to be a nice. It's gonna be quite. I would like it to be a like.
Just to tell you, apparently Harry Kane might be fit.
I think a 3-1 to Liverpool.
I'm going with 4-1 for
3-1.
Liverpool.
I'm sticking.
I
with
think
4-1.
Liverpool will go riot all over them. They'll be so desperate to
get
win
that
a trophy this
yeah.
season.
Mm.
So they're going to go all out. And apparently Chamberlain might be fit for that game as well.
Mm.
So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I'm going 4-1 for Liverpool, and I pray they win.
I'm sticking my 3-1. So
For that day, I am going to be a Liverpool fan.
yeah.
You'll never walk alone, or all that
Liverpool,
rubbish.
yeah.
I don't care. I can't have Spurs winning the Champions League before
Oh,
us. My
no.
God, it's bad enough doing a final before us.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the football stuff out the way. We're not really going to do a what's happening today. I just really want to talk about only a few things. Sonic the Hedgehog. You all know him. Most of you love him. But most of you hate him at the current time. Because most of you have seen the trailer. It's crap.
Yeah.
Looks nothing like Sonic the Hedgehog.
No.
My God, when I first heard a few years ago that they was going to do a Sonic Hedgehog the movie, I was already thinking, oh my God, no. Because there's no way in hell it's going to be animated. Yeah, I knew it was going to be live action.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, oh my good dear God, what are they doing? Why are they trying to ruin my childhood like this?
I think they do. Oh God, they were like Aladdin and that. I mean, when they did the Jungle Book, I think I totally respected that when they did the Jungle Book.
Do you remember Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball Evolution? Have you people not learned to keep the animated movies animated?
Yeah, animated.
They're animated for a reason, because it's so much better, that's why. My God. And they also want to, I think I told you, that it's out already. You know the Bleach live action movie?
Don't even talk to me about it, please.
There's only
Please don't.
there's only certain things that they've got right. And I say certain, I'm only about one movie.
Do you mean they got Ichigo right or not something?
No, I'm on about a
okay.
movie. They've only got one animated to live action movie correct. Well, not correct, but it was a really good job. What do you think it was? Death Note.
Oh, Death Note, yeah.
Death Note was...
Yeah, because they got that weird creature right. They got the...
Bayuk.
And they got the Death Note book just on point. They made it notice. I'm like, what the hell's that?
And they changed a few things, but for the better.
Yeah.
The only thing I find a bit weird is they got L, the bad/good guy. He was black, which is a bit like, what? On the anime, like, not to be racist, but on the anime he's like proper white, man. He's like more pale. He's like as white as this.
Yeah, but thing is, it's a movie. It's gonna be on a screen or TV. They want to make it different.
Yeah, but just get some pale white kid. Why get a black guy? No, not to be racist or anything, but you know what? Like, it's like the Dragon Ball Evolution. Imagine if they got fucking, I don't know, Chris Tucker to play Goku. Like, what the hell? Like, that don't work, innit? You know what I mean? It's true, innit? Or, for instance, imagine they got... I'm trying to think.
A dwarf to play Krillin, and he's bald.
No, because that's correct. Krillin is a dwarf. Oh. Okay, let's say they got, what's his name? Bruce Willis? Is that the guy from Die Hard?
Yeah.
Right, let's say they got him to play Krillin. Exactly. You know what I mean? You need to get the right people for the right character.
Oh, it's funny.
It's like what I say. Who is Iron Man?
Robert Downey Jr.
And who is Robert Downey Jr.?
Iron Man.
Exactly.
No one else could be Iron Man.
And no one else could be Robert Downey Jr. They're both who they are. Who is Wolverine?
Hugh Jackman.
And who is Hugh Jackman?
Wolverine.
These certain characters and actors fit the role so perfectly. I know it doesn't happen all the time, but at least live up to that standard, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the actor's name, but who's Blade?
Blade.
You said it the other day, you know.
I don't know, but I recognise his face. I can't remember the name.
said Sniper or something?
Did I say Sniper?
Not Sniper. It began with an S, his surname. Snipes? Something Snipes? Wesley Snipes? Something like that?
I don't...
I'm gonna look up on my phone, hold on.
I mean, I remember who
plays Blade?
The cast of Blade includes Wesley Snipes, Chris Christopherson.
Okay, whatever. So it's Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could play Blade, and no one else is Blade, yeah?
Yeah.
Like there's and Captain America as well. Chris... I forget his surname now.
Chris Evans.
That's it, yes. But with him, before that, he was all over the place with roles, but yeah, he is Captain America. He plays it so well. That's what I mean. They need to live up to certain standards, man. But that's why I'm so. In fact, hold on. Who is Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
The cast of Sonic the Hedgehog includes Ben Schwartz, Jim Carrey.
Who's Ben Schwartz?
Well, I don't know who Ben Schwartz is.
No, that's my point. Like Jim Carrey, I'm sure most of you watching this, you must know who he is.
Dr. Eggman.
Yeah, and he looks nothing.
According to Wikipedia, Ben Schwartz is...
Shut up. He looks nothing like him though, that's the thing.
No, but then throughout the whole film, he changed. At near the end, yeah, he actually looks like bloody Dr. Eggman.
So maybe whatever events happens...
I think I kind of know why they made him look like Blade at the beginning. Because that's how he probably started off. Like, plain black suit, black glasses he wears, nice hair. That's probably how he started off.
Yeah, but Dr. Eggman does wear glasses. At the beginning, they got that part right, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So he has been in The House of Nice, don't know if it's true. DuckTales, my god.
DuckTales.
School Night. Oh, so he's been in a lot of like animated stuff.
Oh, I know Turbo.
Yeah, so do I. He's been in the Lego Movie. He's been in animated stuff, so that's why. Okay, fair enough then. But why are they? I don't get it. How can they? And Sega was involved as well. Sega was overseeing this. So how does Sega overlook it and go, wow, you know what, guys?
Yeah, we do.
You've got Sonic down to a T. Release the trainer and welcome the love. They released the trainer, right?
They got hate.
And I'm going to tell you right now how much hate, because I think it's coming up to one of the most disliked YouTube videos right now.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube, not YouTube. Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Yeah, that's the official one. It has over 600,000 likes.
Alright.
And 300,000 likes. So it's got a lot more double more dislikes than the likes.
Because people don't like it. They hate
it's crap, that's why. They don't look like Sonic. He does not have two separate eyes for stars. To me, that's the key part.
Yeah, they're meant to look like
eyes are supposed to be linked.
No, they kind of made it look like weirdly human, because we've got two separate eyes. He's got a normal mouth, he's got a normal nose. I'm thinking, what they're trying to make him...
His nose needs to be a bit more pointy and a bit more up.
Yeah.
His teeth are not like that. His teeth are like supposed to be like a bit more tighter together, a bit more joints, not so many gaps.
They're trying to make him look like you.
He's fucking... He doesn't have white palms. He has white gloves. Not palms, white gloves.
Yeah.
His stomach, they got completely wrong. It's supposed to be the same colour as his gloves, white. Or cream, or beige, I think. Let me check. Hold on. Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, of course the freaking trailer's gonna come up. But okay, Sonic Forces. I can use that as a example. Search. Just they got so many things wrong, and I love Sonic so much, and it really pisses me off.
Images.
Yeah, so as you see in this picture, he's got like a cream sort of beige stomach, yeah? And the rest of his body's blue. His sleeves are supposed to be beige and cream, same colour as the stomach, yeah? Now, if they had decided to go, okay, we're going to make his arms blue to match his body, you know what? Okay, that I would understand. But at least get the stomach, the beige as well. His eyes, as you can clearly see here.
Oh, let me do it.
I'm doing it. His eyes are supposed to be together. And I'm sorry for shouting into the mic. I do see the spike, but I'm just, I'm so annoyed because he's one of the characters from my childhood, and you're ruining him. Like, why? Even Kim Possible is what you probably don't know the show, but
yeah, I know Kim Possible.
Yeah, they're making a Kim Possible movie, and I saw the trailer that Deji watched, and it looks terrible. And before you moan, oh, you watched Deji without me, this was ages ago. This Kim Possible trailer that he watched was ages ago. You didn't
when?
like months ago.
Oh God, why? God's sake!
But
You'd have a slap you.
it just annoys me the fact that they're ruining so much of my childhood, and I can't take it. End the podcast.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, but seriously, man. What's next? Mario the Plumber, and it's played by freaking an African actor. Oh. Oh my God! Imagine if it's played like Robert De Niro as freaking Mario. Are you serious? Oh, I'm just so annoyed. And as well, not Star Wars. Not Star Wars. What's it called?
What?
Oh, those Power Rangers. That's it.
Yeah, Power Rangers.
That's crap as well. That's not part of my childhood, but of my generation, it was a big part of my childhood. But it's annoying, man. It really is. But because of they've got so many angry comments on Reddit. Apparently, they've decided. You know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe the fans might actually know more about Sonic than we, the creators, know about Sonic.
I think they should know anyway. They should do the bloody research first before doing anything.
Exactly.
Sorry about that.
See, now you created.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, I'm so annoyed, man. But and before we forget, we are going to end this podcast with. Well, I don't. This ain't actually going to cheer me up, but we're going to end it with a little concept. Now we were supposed to do this during the
What?
the football part, so we're going to do it now. Me and Hannah are going to do a little fun who to keep, who to sell sort of thing on just the Arsenal players, okay? Now I'm going to get up the team on my phone. It's not that I don't know my team before all of you start going on at me. It's just so I know, like, exactly who there is, okay?
Yeah.
So, we are going to start with defence to attack, yeah?
Okay, so defence, first.
Yeah, so put your name and put my name and then separate the two.
Okay.
So, like, Chris, Hannah, 9 between the middle, yeah?
Okay.
And then let me know when you've done that. Well, I'm so glad they're redoing Sonic, honestly. I hope they get it right this second time.
Yeah.
Right, Peter Cech. Now, he's leaving. He's retiring, so we can't do nothing about that. But just do on yours and mine, Peter Cech, gone. Yeah?
Okay.
His name is, just do C-E-C-H. Just do Cech. Gone.
On both?
On both, yeah.
Okay, so check.
Like, that's nothing we can do about.
Yeah.
But, no. Keep or sell?
Keep.
Okay.
So, yeah, Leno.
I
keep.
agree.
Leno, keep.
To me, he's been by far our best goalkeeper in years.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, keep.
I'd give him a solid. I might as well do a bit of play rating while we're at it. I'd give him a solid. We've conceded a lot of goals, but it's not his fault, and it's his first season.
I think I'll give him a nice
7 from me.
7 for you.
7
so
out
I'll
of
just put
10.
7.
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
From me. What about you?
I'll be generous. 8.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because he's been good.
Now I don't even know who this guy is. Dejan Naif.
Who? He's hardly played. We can't rate.
I don't even. Yeah, we can't.
I'll
just say keep him in the squad, I guess. But,
yeah, keep.
Right. Ignore him, though.
Oh, well, yeah.
Stefan Lichtsteiger.
Sell.
You don't need to say that. All you say is Stefan. Just do his first name, it's easier.
Okay.
Stefan, gone. He's going because he only had a 1-year contract.
Should I just put gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, gone.
He only had a 1-year contract anyway. Okay. Again, this is someone. Actually, no, he did play a few games. Tutu. He's a youngster, basically. I'd keep him, but just ignore that. Okay. Rob Holden, keep or sell. Now he's been injured for about half the season, but based on half the season that he played, keep or sell.
I want to keep him.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'll just do hold and keep. Okay.
Yeah. Socrates, keep or sell?
He's been really bad this season. He's got so many, but I think I want to fucking sell him, man.
What? You mad? Really?
No, like do a play exchange because he's the one. He's been causing so many yellow cards this season.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine there's a limit to how many yellow cards you have, and then now it's like, right, you can't play this season because you've got so many yellow cards. You've been a naughty boy. Now piss off. You know what I mean?
My God. Yeah, but he's been one of our. He's a bit of a naughty boy, but he's one of our best defenders. That's the thing. I'd keep him. At least for squad. You can write on yours, John, if you want. Go on then.
Can I write his name then?
Just do our friend. You know how to spell his name. It's more or less the same spelling.
Okay, so I'm gonna go sell.
Yeah, don't say it out loud. I would do keep.
Sell.
I'm keeping him.
Alright, you keep him.
I'm keeping him for squad depth at least.
Just sell him for that money for someone who's not a real
No, man. Carl Jenkinson, keep or sell?
Try to say Cole.
Yeah, Carl.
Okay. Can I see him?
He plays right back.
Should
So keep or sell?
we keep him?
What? Why? You know how much he's on, by the way? He's on like,
What?
I think it's 180 grand a week and he barely plays. If we
fair
sell him, we can clear out the wage budget big time and get like proper players.
So should we sell him?
Yes.
Okay.
My God, why would you want to keep him?
I'm joking.
There's this guy, Julio Plaguerizo, another youngster we can't really talk.
Yeah.
Kanashanak, just that's how you spell his first name. S-E-A-D. It's just easier.
S-E-A-D, yeah.
Keep or sell?
Oh, it's Kashani, not Kanashanak. Should keep him really.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I would keep him for depth.
Mm.
I would definitely be looking to keep Kanashanak for sure. He for me is definitely not a sell.
Oh, sorry.
Mendy, based on he's a youngster, but I have seen him play a few times. But I don't really want to comment. But I would keep him for sure. But don't write it down.
Okay.
He doesn't really count as like first team player. Nacho Monreal, Mr. Consistent. Would you keep him? Why?
Because he's a. I mean, I rarely see him.
He's
play
33, by the way, just to tell you.
Oh, sell him, man. He's 33. Oh, I thought he's retiring, man.
Yeah, I'd sell him as well. Just do Nacho.
Monreal. No, I think that's better. So sell.
Monreal, okay. Mr. Controversial, Mustafari.
Mustafi. How do you spell Mustafi? Let me see.
No, he doesn't deserve the correct spelling of his name. Just do it as best you think it is.
So simple as that.
Yep, I agree. Next. Thank you. Next. Oh wait, why am I... Oh, okay, I skipped past them somehow. Koscielny.
Koscielny.
He is also 33 years of age.
Mm.
And he's been injured for half the season and he's come back from injury and he's been okay. Keep or sell?
Well, keep him.
I agree. Now, the only reason I agree is because you can't sell your whole defence. You need...
Can I say, please?
You need to have at least a core group.
See.
And with his experience, he can help.
Yep, thank you.
He can help anyone else that we get in. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
By the way, with this guy, just do MAP.
MAP.
MAP. We'll know what it means.
MAP.
MAP. Math of Panos. Keep or sell? I keep him.
Keep.
Still too young to
Yeah.
say. We don't really know what he's like yet, in my opinion.
Okay.
And it's also, like I said,
I
for
think
depth.
he's been okay when he's played a few.
Yeah, and we need him for depth.
Yeah.
We can't sell everybody. Hector Bellerin, keep all day long.
Bellerin, yeah.
For depth.
How do you spell Bellerin?
Just do Bell, Bell. That's it.
Oh, no, spell it anyway. There you go. So keep.
Yes, simple as. That's all the defence. Coming up to the midfield now. Granit Xhaka. Just do Granit or Grant.
Grant.
Keep or sell. Now looking at this now, yeah, I'm actually thinking because let's say sell, right? Then Ramsey, he's going. Mohamed El-Neni, I want him gone. Iwobi, I want him gone. Mkhitaryan, I want him gone. Guendouzi, I want to keep. Ozil, I want to keep. And Torreira, I want to keep. I'll be keeping very few of the midfield. So, purely for depth and nothing else, I would have him as a second player. Xhaka, I would keep, in my opinion. Because you can't get rid
I
of
was thinking
everybody.
keeping him as well.
Why would you keep him?
There's no one else to have, innit?
For now.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get any midfielders, then yeah. Ramsey, gone. Unfortunately,
So,
he'd be one of the rare midfielders I keep. Hey, my guy's on here.
Who?
Gilmore, my guy from my career mode. He's been so bad for me, though, my god. Iwobi. The Nigerian Messi, as Kelechi calls him. Keep or sell?
I mean, he's not as bad as El Nelly, come on.
No, and I would keep him as a backup.
Yeah, I think
For
he's not
squad
as bad.
depth.
How you spell YB? Can I see, please?
IW.
Yeah.
Just do Anits.
No,
Anits.
just spell it wrong.
Oh my god, they
Thank
don't
you.
deserve correct spellings.
So keep.
Henrik Mkhitaryan.
I'm not finished yet.
No.
Can you shut up, please? Remember, it's my day today.
Yes, it's your day. Winnick, I would keep him for depth, and he hasn't been given a chance. So yeah,
Willock.
you don't need to write him down because
No.
he's not really a starting player. Bukayo Saka, my guy for my career mode, I would keep him all day
Let me have a
long.
look.
You don't need to write him down.
Saka, oh, okay.
I would keep him all day long because he has been sick for me in my career mode. And even in the Premier League, even for Arsenal, in the rare game he played, he was actually decent.
I just got back breaking news.
Okay, but hold on. Guendouzi, keep. It's his first season. For a youngster, he's done very well from a very crap league. Just do Matt. M-A-T-T. Is easier because we don't really have time.
Yeah.
Ozil, keep or sell?
Well, we have to keep him, innit? We have to keep him
Because he ain't going nowhere.
So,
His manager keeps coming out saying he ain't going nowhere. But for me, do sell.
Okay.
If it was up to me, I would sell him. And with the money that we get, my god, I would replace him with at least 2 to 3 midfielders with that money. Torreira, keep. Just do Lucas. L-U-C-A-S.
Yeah, let's spell Lucas. Jesus.
For me, it's a keep.
I think, yeah, keep for me.
All day long. And then, just to make this one spelling easy, Niles, N-I-E-L-S.
Near enough.
Yeah, that's good enough. Keep or sell? For me, it's a keep.
Yeah, keep for the...
Yep, for that pace. Just as a backup, really. And he ends up being given a chance in his natural position. And then flip it over because you've run out of space. Now on to the attack. Now this is where it gets interesting because apart from one, there's not one attacker that I would actually get rid of. Are you ready?
Shh.
You ready for? Edward Nketiah. the kid who plays every now and then. For me, it's a cheap. Just do Eddie. Eddie.
Okay.
EDDY. For me, it's a straight cheap. He's young. He ain't been given much of a chance. And on to the next one. This is where I think he could be the replacement. Danny Welbeck, gone. So he's going regardless because he was given that award in that ceremony.
Welbeck, gone.
So Nketiah can be the Welbeck replacement, I believe. And like a blood can't set. So?
Should I just say Alex?
No.
Alexandre Lacazette.
Yeah, okay, do Alex for Lacazette, yeah. And it's cheap. Why are we even debating this? Cheap.
Yeah, why am I debating it? I mean, always fucking keep, man.
And then for Aubameyang, just do AUBA.
Abba. AUBA. Abba. Keep.
Not even debatable. Oh, and there is one player that we forgot for the midfield. And it's not hard to know why. Suarez. Keep or sell?
Keep, man.
Why?
I don't know, which one?
Suarez. The one that played like 16 minutes in his whole Arsenal career. Sell. He's going anyway, so do gone.
Should I just do...
Dennis.
Fuck that.
Dennis, not the menace.
Dennis, sell.
It's been terrible. Gone. He's gone anyway, not sell, he's gone.
Oh.
He's going, gone.
For fuck's sake.
That's what I feel. I'm looking at the squad. Right, so now let's count. How many of you said to sell?
I said to sell. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 4.
Really? Is that all? Let me see.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4.
Wow, my god.
You said...
But hold on. Now let's include the people who are gone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I know what?
6, 7.
Hold on, that. Ah!
You
do it.
This one. So that's 1. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, you're
7.
tapping on sell. Oh yeah, sorry.
7.
7.
Yeah, 7. Oh, 7, 8. Sorry. Gone. 8.
Okay.
So 8 then.
Right, now for me, not including the Don just yet. So for me, it's boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 4. How many did you say? No, just sell. It was 4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we disagreed on, where was it? On Socrates, I think.
Yeah, you said keep. I said sell because we don't want to rebel in the fucking squad. Come on.
I don't care. And now, we disagreed on Ozil. That's how it balances up. I said sell, you said keep.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. So only sell. Now hold on, including the Don, who's gone already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? If they get rid of 7 players, get rid of their wages, bring in 3 to 4 top players, that's going to be good. I think that's not unrealistic. I think that's possible.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, okay, maybe the only one I could argue is Ozil. That's not realistic because that's a complicated subject. But I think they should get rid of at least that many players for sure. I hope they do. And we are going to wrap it up there, guys, because I am in a hurry. It's currently 2:45 and I have to meet someone at 3. So
well, it's 10 to 3 now. So.
Yes, so we need to wrap this up. If you guys enjoyed the video, then please leave a thumbs up.
Wait, am I not doing my fun fact?
Oh, yes, I completely forgot about your terrible fun facts.
Okay. Can you hold this, please?
Please do tell us your fun facts.
My fun fact. Now, this is actually interesting. I didn't believe this at first, but it kind of makes sense.
Go on.
Right? It says the first oranges weren't actually orange.
And is that all there is?
Yeah, because obviously it's to do with where they have grown Or what am I doing that for? So let me just get discard. Right. So basically, it's like a lime. We already have limes as a fruit, right? Then we've got the orange. It's actually orange. So there's kind of similar. But thing is, whereabouts they were grown, like, said, like, Asia, they were from Southeastern Asia, is practically where the sunlight has been on them to make them much more
Orange.
oranger, not as in like Donald Trump, as in orange, like
Ha ha ha.
mauve.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I kind of find interesting. So when you see a lime, you're probably going, oh yeah, that was orange ones, because it wasn't actually an orange. So yeah.
Interesting.
So I think I kind of, yeah. So that's my fun fact of the day. Well, more like a fact.
No. Anyway, as I was saying,
Yeah.
I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a thumbs up if you have. It lets us know that you're actually enjoying what we do. Leave a thumbs down if you want to criticise us. That's cool. That's calm. F the haters, as I say.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe. The annotation's going to come up now. Show you how to subscribe. Show you how to tick that bell. Follow us on all socials. Links are in the description. And yeah, we hope you have a good week, good weekend, and peace, love. Don't forget to share the video as well. Get us going. Get us trending. #1 trending. I wish. But yeah, until the next time, peace.
Bye bye. See ya.